A percent is a ratio that contains a number followed by a symbol that means of each 100 or per 100. For example, if you answer 75 out of 100 questions correctly on a quiz, you get 75%. There are other equivalent ratios for 75%, such as 3 out of 4 or 15 out of 20. We can say 75%, 75 to 100, 75 hundredths, or 75 out of 100. We can use a 10 by 10 grid to model the proportions. For example, the ratio of blue squares to all the squares is 35 to 100. We can also say 35% of the squares are blue. We can use a fraction such as 35 out of 100 squares are blue. We can even say a decimal, so 35 hundredths. Kevin took 25 shots and sank 10 baskets. Chris took 20 shots and sank 7 baskets. Who was more successful? To solve this problem, I could start by representing Kevin's shots as a fraction. So I can write it as 10 over 25. My next step is to multiply the denominator by 4, so I ended up with a denominator of 100. Because I did that, now I have to multiply the numerator by 4 as well. So 10 times 4 is 40. That creates an equivalent fraction of 40 over 100, which is 40%. I did the same thing for Chris. I represented his shots as a fraction, as 7 over 20. I want the denominator to be 100 again, so I can do 20 times 5 to equal 100. Because I did that, now I have to multiply the numerator by 5. So 7 times 5 is 35. So 35 over 100 is an equivalent fraction and is also equal to 35%. Looking at the percents, I can tell that Kevin was more successful with his basketball shots. To solve this problem, we need to compare proportions. So we need to compare the fractions 10 out of 25 and 7 out of 20. For Kevin, 10 out of 25 is also 40%. For Chris, 7 out of 20 is 35%. Since 40% is greater than 35%, Kevin was more successful.